basically what you are building is try to build is a comprehensive assistant, not just for one developer, but for the entire development team. Is this something that you discovered during the process? Because I remember you started like as a code assistant tool. And was it like a demand from your users that they want something more, from the managers that want to integrate the similar solution into their pipelines when they manage the projects? Or was it your decision as a company that wanted to expand on a broader market?
Yeah, that's super good question, and probably super interesting. Like, what do we do in the last year? So in the last year, we changed 3 times our focus in what we are doing. At the beginning was AI agents. So AI agents for everyone, for commercial team, from human resources team, for marketing team, for, I don't know, customer service team. So you can create AI agents for different teams in the companies. And with CodeGPT, you can do it. But at the beginning was, okay, everyone needs AI. So everyone needs artificial intelligence. So we can create agent for everyone. If you have like a human resources team, we are having an agent to review summaries, or resumes. I'm sorry. So we have agents to review resumes, and we have another agent expert in technical policies or things like that. And in one moment we said, this is not having so much impact in the market. And probably we are going to see a lot of companies they can do this. And the market was super green. If you give that tool to I don't know, a marketing manager in some, like a medium company, not the top one, like a medium company, they're not going to use. So we change our focus only in developers. So how we can create a platform to boost the productivity of the dev teams and now the technology team. So we do a lot of focus in the pair programming. So in our extension for VS Code, for JetBrains, for even we have an extension for Cursor. So we do a lot of focus in that extension. So how you can have the best autocomplete, the best function, the code builder, the code, I don't know, a lot of stuff. We have a function to we have a feature to you can ask even in web page and a lot of things. So that was like our second focus in this part of the year. And some months ago, we discovered that the technology that not happen only in the dev team. So we start to build creating like a CodeGPT for devs. That was one of our tools, but we need to create CodeGPT for managers, CodeGPT for product owners, and CodeGPT for code review and other stuff. So that is the process that we are doing right now. And we discover because we have a lot of conversation with the companies. So the companies, they say that is perfect, okay, but there's some options in the market. Well, our option is like more precise in terms of we avoid the hallucinations a lot of times, but they need tool for the rest of the dev team. So now we think that we have to move more like a complete tool for the whole team in a process that you are using agents. The agent is going to be part of your team and it's going to be like a coworker. So we changed in this year 3 times the focus of what we are doing.
What do you think was the main drive for these changes? Because from our experience, Pablo, you can correct me if I'm wrong. When we talk to the different companies and different startups, like there is a certain notion in the market that artificial intelligence should be integrated in everything, but from my experience, the level of adoption is not very high currently.
Sorry to interrupt you, Lev, but I think that this is different because there are 2 cases. No? Could be the case that the company wants to introduce AI in the company, but could be the case that, for example, you want to use CodeGPT, you want to use GPT, you want to use Copilot, you want to use whatever other tools. This is different because at the end, for the companies, I think it's simple because the only integration is the code. Okay, it's only. It depends on what kind of company it is. But what you are telling is, I am not going to introduce a new feature in my product that is with AI. I only going to use AI to be able to code, because this is something different. So it's like, for example, you are going to reduce 30% or 40% the time that the developers needs to create something. So then it's the same thing that, for example, you have a ticketing tool. So you have a ticketing tool because you need to create tickets to have a traceability, because later on this is going to reduce 50% in case that there is an incident. How to fix the problem, because we can trace all the incident, and we discovered that last time that this happened, we did that and that and that. So at the end, these kind of tools in the companies are different, because it's simple to sell to the C-level team and tell, okay, we need to pay that because this is different. So for me, I don't want to put this kind of SaaS, in the thing of, okay, this is going to be a disruption in what the company is doing, because at the end is like a helper. There is a company who is doing code, and now you have a helper. So there are many, for example, when you want to replace, you want to check your code, and you want to check the tests that are done correctly, there is AI analyzer currently in the market that they are doing that for you. And it's only that, I think it's something that is very good for the companies, and it's not something like the managers. They need to see that this kind of thing, like they're going to change everything that we are doing. The only problem is that this kind of tool, they need access to the code.
Yeah.
And how do you do that?
I'm sorry. You say they need access to the
tool. CodeGPT is to check all the code. So let's say that all the secrets of the company are in CodeGPT hands. This is what I mean. This is the point.
That is something that happened a lot. Yeah, a lot of companies, they say that, okay, but what happens with my information? I don't want to train models.
Tell me, what do you do?
And so something before that, but that you say that I sound and remember like a small story with one customer. And one customer that he is a CTO with a lot of experience and a lot of years making code. So he told to us, this is like when appears the first IDE. So it's a change in terms of how you are going to do coding. So it's like you already say, Pablo, it's like this is like a CRM for the sales team. This is a tool that boosts the productivity, but it's difficult to adopt, and you need to adopt, and that is something that need to came from the C levels and top down, more from bottom up. We have some cases bottom up, and we have some companies that they call us and they say one engineer recommend me to use CodeGPT in the whole company. So that is super powerful. But the most common use is when the C-level take a decision and they ask like at the dashboards of usage. They say, I want to know how much my team are using CodeGPT. That is super important for the C-levels because they believe in the tool. So they asking to, I want to know that how much they are using CodeGPT specifically all the engineers and make some pressure to use CodeGPT. But that was a small story. But about the safety and data privacy, that this is a huge topic in terms of artificial intelligence. And we are doing two things. The first one is like a certification, like we are SOC 2 compliance in the United States. This is like a ISO in the rest of the world. And we are doing like, we are not training models. We run all the models. We don't run directly. We run in our infrastructure. So we run the model from OpenAI. We run in Microsoft Azure. So Microsoft Azure, they tell that they are not training any model with our information. So our SaaS, we are selling that way. But for the rest of the companies that they have a lot of information and they be more like aware about the information, we create and we Dockerize CodeGPT in a Docker, and you can install on-premise that Docker inside of your own infrastructure. So you can have CodeGPT inside of your infrastructure, so we can see anything about that. And also you can run local models. So like Hugging Face, BLLM, there's huge models, probably powerful than like a Olama or LM Studio. They are local models too, but more dedicated for people. So you can run these local models inside your infrastructure. So you are running CodeGPT inside your infrastructure. So local models, so all the information is going to be inside your infrastructure. So, but also you can run cloud model like OpenAI, but you can run in your own cloud. So all the information is going to be in your infrastructure. So if you need to run models from OpenAI, you are going to create an instance in Microsoft Azure and run the model from that instance. If you want to run model from Anthropic, you are going to create an instance in AWS and run that model from that instance. So all the information is going to be inside your infrastructure, and it's going to be like your own security. So if you don't have problems of security, you are not going to have problems with CodeGPT security. And that is the solution that we are having with big companies and probably more with banking, insurance, health tech.